Jay-Z, he got the award, the Dr. Dre award at the Grammys, and
Cool. We got that.
decided to take his what is it called? His acceptance speech.
I like this.
When he went up there to accept the award with his daughter, he decided to, take some shots here and there, give out, basically speak his opinion on how he feels on how the night's going so far and how previous nights have gone. And a lot of people had issue with that. A lot of people agree with what he said. So how do we feel about what he said? Let's just go over it real quick.
I mean, let's be honest. The only people who was upset was the Jewish community.
Yeah, so he's saying they love everyone. He doesn't have an issue with it. I think he's more trying to defend or stand up for his wife, Beyonce, not winning yet. Well, she hasn't won Best Album ever, right? She's got a lot of Grammys, but that's the one, I guess, that they're focused on that she can't win.
Let this play. All right, go ahead.
And he just feels like some people don't even deserve to be a nominee, let alone win the awards. If people get robbed, y'all might feel robbed tonight.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's a woman that's right now. She's on Afro Beats. Look her up. She's a very beautiful woman. I heard allegations that Chris Brown's probably messing with her. And if you are, bro, take that woman down. If you got this girl, Chris, take her down. She's a beautiful. She had the biggest hit in 2023. But did she deserve a Grammy? I don't think so. Not yet. I mean, Nicki Minaj, 50 Cent. There's a couple artists I can name that's never got a Grammy, and they should have 15 Grammys, period. I mean, 50 had one of the biggest songs in the top 20 list in all of hip-hop, and Nicki's in the top 3. I truly put Nicki number 1. I'm going to say this right now because I was thinking about this last night. Nicki's number 1, Lil' Kim's number 2, Foxy Brown's number 3, and then everybody else can make this negotiable. But those are the top 3 females rappers of all time. And listen, Missy's in the top 5, but I'm talking about top 3. Missy's there too, but she's in the top 5. But let's get into this real quick. You got to understand very quickly. The world's changing, man. And we have to come back to reality, right? The Grammys is fucked up. I don't understand why, as much as black people have money now in America, we're not in the 1900s. This is not the 1940s or the 1960s. This is 2024. Stop going to the Grammys. Beyonce should have the album of the year.
Denied.
But she was denied. And I heard Jay-Z sit at the Grammy tables, meaning here's a man that's achieved a billionaire status and he still don't have the power to sway these people. They picked Taylor Swift. And I'm going to say this again. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I think she's an amazing superstar. Period. Everything she is seems peaceful and good. She's a brand genius. But she ain't bigger than Beyonce. She can't dance like Beyonce. She don't have tours like Beyonce. Come on. They are both great women in their own right. But there's a Michael Jackson and there's a Prince, right? You saying Prince is bigger than Michael Jackson? You're hot. Michael Jackson is the greatest pop star, musician, whatever you want to call it, of all time. What he did in the 80s was unheard of. And what Beyonce's doing right now in her age is unheard of. And Taylor Swift is younger. And she's likable. She has the youth. But the Grammys are fucked up. They are. We could show all these pictures of the Grammys. Look at all this shit.
Well, we just talked about this last week, how Megan Thee Stallion's already got 6. And Nicki doesn't
crazy.
have 1 yet.
That's crazy.
How long has Megan Thee Stallion been in the industry?
Probably 7 years.
Probably like 3-4 times less than the amount of time Nicki's been in it. So
it comes to a point where Jay-Z's making a reference, and he's not wrong. But bro, you worth $3.5 billion. Why don't you sit there, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart? I mean, I think
Dr. Dre, right there.
I mean, I think Diddy's out of this conversation.
All got enough money.
Dr. Dre, I think Diddy's out of this conversation.
Then nobody wants Diddy's name anywhere near them right now.
I don't know why. Look what he accomplished, right? Are we talking about allegations?
Allegedly.
He's not guilty yet.
Well, until he's... Well, I think even if he's proven innocent, which it looks... We'll see what happens. Even if he's proven innocent, the tarnish is there.
It's over.
I don't think it's coming
over.
back from it. They're
You're
still
gonna,
look
you're
at you
gonna
like
have
you're
to do
guilty.
what Donald Trump does: put business that's not in your name in other company names, and nobody knows you own it, and you still get a piece of the party. But why don't you guys create your own and stop going to the Grammys and make our own award shows? We could do it ourselves. And let me tell you something: the second that all black people decide not to go to the Grammys suck. It's going to be horrible. If every black NFL player walked out on the NFL would be over. It would never exist.
So do you think it's more of the award show is not so much who has the best music? It's just there's race involved on who wins?
Black people don't know their power, and they keep you down. This is why Nicki Minaj don't get a Grammy. If you disrespect the power of the hands, they'll take it from you. We seen it from Kanye West. How the fuck they take $2 billion from Kanye? That's crazy. How the fuck Chase holds $500,000 or $500 million of Kanye's money? How's that? How is that possible? The government has more power. When they want it, they can take it. You can't, nothing. Andrew Tate says this best. The reason why he doesn't come to America is nothing yours. You don't really own it. You buy a car you think is yours. The moment you don't pay registration, they can take it from you. You don't own nothing.
Emotional, damn it.
Your house ain't yours. Nothing's yours. You're living in a delusional world. This is the system they put us in just to keep us paying these bills where we work 9 to 5, killing ourselves. Okay? The Grammys are fucked up.
I still will never forget the 50 Cent one.
The Grammys
where
are...
he didn't win.
Listen.
And Evanescence won.
Listen. The Grammys are fucked up. Black people need to create their own. If black people say, I'm no longer playing in NBA, you think the NBA is going to be here? If they walk away from baseball, you think baseball is going to be here? It's going to turn into a Spanish sport. If black people walked away from soccer, it'll take a hit. The only sport I think that will not hurt is hockey. But we dominate in everything in the industry. We are the top entertainers in the world, period. But we have to control our own power. This is why 50 Cent is a very smart man. He understands this. And that's why a lot of these guys don't go to the Grammys. It's rigged. You can't trust it. I'm going to say this again because we're moving on. How are you going to be Beyonce, one of the greatest female superstars in the world, with more Grammys than anyone, but never won the album of the year? Please make it make sense. Who's sitting at this table making these votes?
Entertainment.
We have to create our own. And we need to stop selling it for a price. You think Elon Musk is going to ever sell Tesla? Never going to happen. You think Google ever going to sell Google? Never going to happen. You think Apple's going to ever sell Apple? Never going to happen.
Elon Musk actually almost sold Tesla to Google. And then once it started picking up the sales, he canceled the deal. So it was this close. But
that's when a company is going down.
Yeah, he was going down. But then when it started coming back up and he saw
I'm talking about companies.
Never mind.
I'm talking about companies that are successful. If black people go into a business and make it successful, you not need to sell. We get excited when we see $1 billion check. So when you create something and you started from the bottom, okay, I'm still a Drake reference. Now you're here.
You stupid.
If you started from the bottom and now you're here and you worth $100 million and they selling you to $1 billion, what do you think it's really worth? You motherfuckers sell your companies and you get rich, yeah, but now you live in a mansion lazy, doing nothing, creating another business, and that's going to take another 5-10 years. It's not easy to make a business to $100 million or $1 billion status. We as black people need to stop selling ourselves for a price. If you create something, don't sell it. Keep it within our organization. But the problem is we sell it, and that's the issue. Listen, I don't dislike the Grammys. I think the Grammys are dope. I like everything they wear, how they do it. But if they're not going to pick the right artists and the right people, we need to start doing our own Grammys.
And people complain about like Oscars too, like this. It's not just the Grammys.
Oh, 100%.
It's like all these award shows.
One more minute. I am tired. And listen, I respect all races and women, but I am tired of how they treating black women in Hollywood. Stop this fucking nonsense. These women work their ass off like everybody else. They deserve to sit at the table. If you put 15, 20 years in Hollywood, you deserve to get a movie too. Stop paying them less. Stop playing with us. We deserve the same fucking opportunity. And this is why I keep telling men who get in positions like Kevin Hart or Jay-Z, y'all need to sit down and come together and start thinking of companies that y'all can build and do what 50 doing. 50's a genius.
Yeah, he's the only one that's really doing it.
Exactly. Why are we 50? Because if it's either they cheap or they don't care about their communities. Because 50, what he's giving to women, all y'all women need to be putting this dude on a pedestal. Getting women $250,000 an episode? What the fuck?
More than that.
$500,000 an episode? You know what I'm saying?
And he got Monique back.
Do you know what it takes for a female rapper to make $500,000? And I'm talking about tax-free. This is not where you take $500,000, then you owe the label $2 million for touching $500,000. Okay? Black women need to start sitting at these tables. Stop playing with us. Please. Because they deserve the same opportunity. The reward shows is bullshit. This is why I say this right now. Create our own. We're not mad at them. Let them have the Grammys. Let's build our own. I'm not saying stop the Grammys. Let them do it. We just don't show up. You know what I mean? We'll have our own. That's it. Jay-Z, all you guys got this power. Make it happen. Y'all rich as hell. Y'all worth $300 million, $3 billion. All these guys got all this money. The Rock too. Dwayne Johnson, get involved. You got a little black in you. You half black. You're always saying what your dad did for you. Get back to your communities. Why don't y'all create your own opportunities? And we can do our own award shows. We don't need the Grammys. We don't.
Thank you for watching the Cash Money Dreams podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Stay tuned. Every week we drop in a new episode. It's your boy Cash, man.